I'm Ederson Oliveira. I'll be presenting this video for the entrepreneurgeek.com. Today we're going to be talking about going legal, incorporating. People will, and I had that question as well, should I incorporate? Should I create a company? Should I set up a corporation so I can operate under that entity? And sometimes people, and myself included, we are concerned about initial costs of setting up a corporation. And again, each country will have different laws and legislation. So don't take what I'm saying here. Just take it as a general, some general guidelines, some general ideas. But again, you should definitely, before you do anything, you should definitely talk to an accountant at least, or even a lawyer. But I'm just gonna try to cover a couple of different scenarios. And again, I usually talk about those two types of individuals. The individual that is doing this part-time and the individual that is doing this in a full-time basis. In a full-time basis, you should definitely go legal, go official. And there are all kinds of benefits, which I'm gonna list some of those. If you are going part-time and you just want to run some experiments, you may not want to go full-blown official, you know? I mean, yes, everybody should pay their taxes and all of that, but if you are just experimenting, if you're just playing around a little bit to see if this solo business will work for you, then you don't need to incorporate right away. I mean, wait a little bit, wait until you see if things are moving along as you would like. The way I did before at the beginning, I run the first 3 months. I run an experiment for the first 3 months. And I said, no, after those 3 months, if everything works fine, I'm going to incorporate. I'm going to incorporate and create a legal entity, a legal business here. Now, I'm not going to go down to specifics of which business, which corporation you should set up. I'm just talking in general. So part-time, you may want to delay that a little bit until you think that you're gonna keep going like that. Regardless, you should pay your taxes, but the other advantage of going official, of going legal, is that now you can add that income to your personal income, I mean, to your own income. You can count on that. You can, let's say, if you are applying for a mortgage or finance a car or anything like that, if you're not legal, if you're not official there, if you don't have that money declared from a government standpoint, you will not be able to use that as income as well. You know, you will not be able to prove that you have that income. So again, you should consider that if you're part-time and you're making reasonable money, you should definitely consider going official. Now, if you are full-time, you should not consider it. You should go official. You should open an entity, open a business corporation, because at the end of the day, if this is your sole income stream, you need to, you know, not only pay your taxes, but you need to maybe for mortgage, maybe for financing a car, you need to prove that you make money. Actually, I went through that last October, and I'm going through that right now. Last October, I wanted to renew my mortgage, and I did that. But again, I had to show the revenue that the company was bringing. Right now, I'm just about to go financing a car, so I had to show that as well. Now, again, little experiment. You don't really need to go official, but if you're going in a full-time basis, definitely do that, because otherwise you will not be able to prove where your money is coming from. So whenever you need some credit out there, people will deny that. And even if you go official, and if you're doing all right, I mean, everything is fine there, you still need sometimes to use that. If you are full-time on this, you still need maybe 1 year or 2 years of history in your company, so you can use that as a credible source of income. Just to give an example, last October, I've tried to move my mortgage from one institution to another one, and I have to go and submit and apply for credit again. But my company back then only had a year and a half, so they wanted my company to have at least 2 years. So I was not able to move my mortgage from one organization to another one because I had only a year and a half of business in business for a year and a half years, a year and a half. Okay, so again, go legal. Now, definitely sit down with a good accountant, and I want to talk a little bit about accountants in general in a future video, but sit down with your accountant, see what is the best corporation that you can set up, that should set up. I mean, again, this is specific from country to country. Here in Canada, we have different rules. US, you're gonna have different set of rules as well, and outside of North America, you have, you know, even more different rules out there. But my point is, go official because I think that's the best way to protect yourself. And that's the other thing that I didn't even mention. You, by going official, and again, it depends on which corporation you're gonna set up, but hopefully you're gonna set up a corporation that your personal assets will not be liable in case someone sues you. I mean, who knows what may happen. So hopefully you are protecting yourself from that standpoint as well. Your company is its own entity, separate from you and your personal assets. So that's another advantage of setting up a corporation, which is to protect your personal assets, to, you know, I mean, have your house and your personal cars and all of that separate. One more point here. One more point about the advantages of going legal and going official. Again, you do have to pay taxes, which is fine. I mean, everybody has to pay taxes. But as a corporation, as compared to an employee, you have much more flexibility in terms of what you can claim back from the government. I'm just gonna give an example. I'm about to buy a car, and there's a taxes here, or a certain tax here in Canada called HST. HST is about 13%. If I was buying that car personally, I'll be paying those 13% and I'll never see them again. Now, because I'm buying the car via my corporation, what will happen is that those 13%, I'm gonna offset that with the HST that I charge my clients, my local clients here in Canada. So at the end of the day, I'll be saving those 13%, which is quite a lot. So again, lots of benefits to go official, not only to be legal, but to save money, to be able to get credit in the future if you need. So that's it. That's just a quick overview of why you should consider going incorporating if you are either part-time or full-time. And that's it for now. Thank you very much, and bye.